Hi, everybody, and welcome to Silky Intuitive. My name is Nancy. This special reading is another addition to a growing collection of energy videos over at Vimeo channel. This is looking at a update from last year. During the summer, I did a reading called Should I Stay or Should I Go? That was in the 17. We're revisiting the situation for Sagittarius. Sun, moon rising, the year is 17. These energies should be good in your situation for a good period of time. Now, a couple of quick messages. If you are wanting a reading for yourself, contact me through email address, get a hold of me through the contact form at the Weebly website if you want a reading meant just for you. Well, right now we want to take a look at the situation, asking, should I stay, should I go? We're primarily focusing on business, work, home, life situations, schooling, education, direction, or whatever you're feeling stuck in. It's time to make a choice. Pardon me. Now, over at the Vimeo channel, we're running a special love reading. It is also an update. And that one is called Have I Found or Have I Met? That's right. Have I Met the Right One? 17. You can take a look at that at any time too. Will be valuable at any time during the year. Yeah. Let's take a look for Sagittarius. We need 8 cards. All right, here we go. I also have cards here if I think we need a clarifier. So, in the first position, we ask, what is your present situation? Whether it's business, work, home, finances, whatever this is going to look at. What is the current situation for Sagittarius? You're in a karmic cycle, maybe. But this card is called Destiny. What are you going through right now that is meant? It's a cycle in your life that's meant to be. It can talk about wealth. It can talk about good luck. But usually in this situation, you're looking at a cycle in your life that is either meant to continue or meant to end. But when we talk about this kind of karma, in this initial position, especially when it asks what is the situation for you right now, what you're going through, pure and simple, is talking about your destiny, what you're supposed to be going through at this time. Indeed, that destiny might change by next year, but for right now, what you're going through in your current situation is the way it's supposed to be. Now, next position. Is anything blocking me from moving on? New beginning. Taking the step forward and trying something new. Taking a chance on something. To me, this really tells me that you're blocking yourself. That there's something you're meant to do. It is karmically destined. It's tied to your life. But what feels like blocking you is maybe your inability to find a new direction, to take that first step. But this is really about newness. What feels innocent and new and strange, whatever that is, but it feels right, that's the choice you can be making right now in order to improve your situation, whether you stay, whether you go. Now, if you go, though, I think that's what this new beginning is if you leave the situation you're in now, there's something new out there that is more in tune with you. Maybe it's the same, doing the same thing, the same work, but changing the company that you be working with. Maybe it's time where that is the change you need to make. In the next position, what are your strengths? Oh, wow, this can talk about a lot of stuff. It talks about cycles. Maybe you have a natural ability of completing what you start. Maybe it's naturally built into you to begin and end those cycles in your life. A lot of people don't have that ability to turn karma off. And in a lot of ways, we're talking about the dark side of karma here. Because you're blocking yourself. Your strengths, honestly, are the things that maybe you hide. Maybe you have abilities that nobody knows about. Maybe you have a strength or a characteristic that can really change your cycle, change your destiny. So aren't you out on a new footing? But I almost feel like what you're really dealing with is the darker side of karma. And I really think that there is something you might be hiding that can prove promising in your movement. Next, is there a reason to stay? Well, a reason to stay is the number 18 card. It's generally the card that represents the star. Reasons to stay. I think the situation you're in is just satisfying to you. In one way or another, it feels comfortable. For you, it feels appropriate. It feels like you're destined, although we do have something here that you could move forward on. It doesn't feel like you're really wanting to. There's a darker side to what you do that you really embrace. That there's something there with what you're doing that feels right. Even though why am I getting this message? The message I'm getting is even though it feels wrong, it's right for you. I don't know who that's meant for, but you'll know I'm not going to analyze it. There is promise. There is hope if you take on a new road, but there's a connection here. That's all of this is connected, but what feels most satisfying, where your strengths really lie, are in the things that you keep hidden. And it's a very strange message, but I'm going to move on. I think if you sit down and think about it, you may be able to find the answer to that. Let me see. The Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Seven of Swords. Okay, now I don't know who this is for. And it's not a positive message, but I'm going to give it anyway because it has to be said here. There's someone or something in your life, Sagittarius, that is directly connected to personal wealth, personal belongings, secrets being hidden, and theft. It's almost as if I think there's a darker side to this situation. I have to wonder if there's a kind of unseemly desire around your work situation. Is somebody stealing from you? Or are those their opportunities to get your hands on people's private belongings during your work day? Are you a house painter who, for whatever reason, kleptomania or whatever it is? I'm getting kleptomania here, and that's the dark side we're dealing with. I think someone in your surrounding be a kleptomaniac, be a thief in one way or another. I think this dark connection is definitely with personal belongings like jewelry, furs, expensive artworks, and things like that. And there's an excess. Somebody is stealing around you. Maybe this is a housekeeper who's stealing the silver. There's a connection here. This situation here is looked at as a strength. What is the strength here? It's the strength realizing that there's someone with a very dark nature around you, and maybe that's what's being asked to be left, to leave behind. There's a real dishonesty here with what the connection with these personal belongings, money, artwork. Again, I'm hearing artwork, clothing, even expensive shoes. But there's a kleptomania going on here in this situation. But it lies in someone's strength. And I would really hope that maybe this is the examination of the situation and figuring out finally how to deal with it, shedding light on the situation. If there's someone around you who is stealing from you, this is saying that that situation needs to be dealt with, or there's going to be a leaving of some kind, either you or the other person. But that kind of dark secret that somebody keeps in their day-to-day, a light needs to be shed on that. Whether it's drinking after work, there's something here that someone is getting away with. But I think we've also got here someone examining that situation. I wouldn't want to say that the hermit is an employer who is eyeing this behavior, but it can be. The behavior is dark. It's mysterious. It's behavior that someone keeps to themselves, but the light is being shined upon that situation for someone. There's going to be a revealing here. Next to the position that asks, what are the benefits of staying? Here we have, should I stay? Well, if we stay, the light is being shed on the situation. So, what are the benefits of that? The hope. So I think that almost the shedding or the leaving behind of this is opening up new gateways, new doors to new things to be hopeful about. It's the hope that comes with a more balanced outlook, with shedding of the negative. And so really the benefits of staying is that this situation becomes more hopeful as time goes on, as behaviors change. Things get better. There are improvements here for this particular Sagittarian. Now, is anything blocking me from improving where I am? No. I think where you are right now in life is the right combination for you. It's your destiny. It's what you're meant to do. But this darkness is the one place that really needs to be dealt with. But it can be dealt with. It can be dealt with without the need of having to move away from the situation. So I really think that you'd be working the situation out. But this dark thing here, it really needs to be shed. It needs to go away so that you can really be united with the right path in life. It's connected to this new beginning. And maybe the new beginning is really around this dismissal of an old behavior or an old associate in your life that was not trustworthy. Now, in the next position, what strengths shall I play to? The Nine of Cups. Remaining hopeful, remaining positive, embracing the loved ones in your life openly, without question. Opening yourself up maybe to emotion if you've been shut off from emotion, if you've been closed off in any way here because of this darkness, this dark place. This is saying there can be happiness once that darkness is revealed and let go of. There can be happiness. There can be a union of spirits here in your life if you let go of this one thing here that's catching you off guard, and that is that dark place. Whatever the deceiving is here, whatever that deception is, the examination asks you to Let go of that. It has to be left behind. You cannot have a promising future if this is the path you're taking. So this needs to be let go of, this dark place. Now, we look at the outcome. Heartache and loss. I don't know, Sagittarius. I don't know. What is the Three of Swords about here? What is the outcome? It says, should I go? Or should I stay? Should I stay? Should I stay? Are you experiencing some difficulty within the home that you're in now? Is this an emotional loss or an emotional pain that you're feeling? Is there a hope of picking up on something with someone maybe from the past? Was there hopes on starting something new? But this behavior here, which can be a totally outside issue, it feels like it affected your outcome. And at this time, right now, you are kind of dealing with a heartbreaking loss, as if there were hopes that this could be let go of and this could be received back in. But maybe it's not working out that way. Maybe a partner who has started new has decided to stay on their own path and not come back. And maybe that's where the loss is at. But you've lost something here. And at least maybe for the next year, there's going to be that sense of loss. Now, this is about work. It's about business. But those two things can go hand in hand. We have some sort of loss that is really kind of directing your life right now. You're being asked to look at the light of truth. Maybe be honest with yourself. Maybe there needs to be a reckoning with the facts here. Maybe you're not dealing with the facts. Maybe you don't want to deal with the facts yet. Maybe you're wallowing in your loss right now. Maybe you're feeling your loss. There's a light of truth that says it's time for reality. It's time for you to step up and look at the reality of your situation, or you'd be stuck in a period of loss for a while. Again, this one again. Here's that period of loss. But there's also the sun, the light of the sun, shining in with the truth, coming through to shed light on this loss, whatever this loss is. This light is directly connected to it. And it's also connected to your joy. So as long as you might stay in this dark, shadowy place, with maybe a deception hanging over your head, you might have a very difficult time finding your way to this place. The disappointment, the loss, is really being asked to be put behind you, because there's something better, but it can still be around this union that is really kind of asking for the new beginning here. It's sort of saying, if you deal with this, you can have this. But are you going to deal with this? I don't know. It doesn't really look like it. Or it's the other person saying, you know what? I just can't anymore. Another three. Another three. This is dealing with something. When we have threes, we're working on something. We're dealing with something. Here in the three, we're dealing with a broken heart. Here we're dealing with a work situation. Concentrating on work. Maybe focusing positive energy on this situation. Maybe not putting yourself in this situation anymore. It feels like you're avoiding that situation here because you've been at that place of loss. Maybe you are trying to correct that because this is wanting to come in. All of this happiness is wanting to shine itself on you, but you cannot feel this unless you let go of the dark place. If it's you or someone around you, this situation is affecting you, currently affecting you. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your sun, your moon, your rising sign. If you want a reading meant just for you, if this is making too much sense and you want to talk to me, well, I'll start the communication with some invoicing and we'll get a private reading going for you. That would be a video reading. I only work in video. But they come out good. I get two voices going on up here. And I can only handle mine and channel. It has always been that way and it will never change. So, now, Vimeo, I'm going to go over there and run a look at love for your sign. So if you're looking for a love reading, go over to the Vimeo channel. That link is going to take you to all kinds of readings. Energy, just like what's coming for love, which is called Have I Met the Right One? That reading again over at the Vimeo link, and I'll leave it down below. And until the next time, Sagittarius, good luck with this. Good luck with this. And remember, you can have this, but these things are linked up for someone. And all of this needs to be released so that you can find your way to this place. Okay? Okay. Well, you guys, take care. Be well and peace.